YouTube followers. I don't know how long it takes before I can get some little people in my follower count and my viewer count. So I'm going to dive right in to this morning's square proverb of the day. If you are wanting to get a peek ahead at the daily square proverb and a hint as to when I'm about to go live, seems like I keep going live a little bit later and a little bit later each morning as the week goes on. Which, TGIF, thank God it's Friday. So if you want that peek ahead, you can go to the Facebook app. And on the Facebook, you can go to the Church of the Codex. Look for this logo of a rather simple looking Bible with the cross on it. Doesn't have many members, but I do post my daily square proverb there first, and then I post it over to my Twitter X or Zit account. So if you're keeping an eye on my Zit account at Jackal Bruit, that's spelled Jackal like the animal, Brute, which is fruit with a B, not Brute like the brutish monster. You potentially can also catch the daily square proverb there. But for today, January 9th, Friday of 2026, our daily square proverb is going to be in chapter 8, verses 11 through 14. And it reads, "For wisdom is better than jewels, and all that you may desire cannot compare with her. I, wisdom, dwell with prudence, and I find knowledge and discretion. The fear of the Lord is hatred of evil. Pride and arrogance and the way of evil and perverted speech I hate. I have counsel and sound wisdom. I have insight. I have strength." So, we have some verses there to reflect on. This concept of what the Lord hates, and in turn what we should hate. So we have to accept and get comfy and cozy with the fact that there are things in this life that we are told that we are to hate, and that's a difficult lesson, I think, in 2026, because it seems like the watered down version of Scripture in the 21st century church is that we are to be all love, and that the love is to conquer all. Well, I guess sometimes what I just read is that no, sometimes there are things that love cannot conquer, and that you are to hate some things, but you have to be very prudent in what you hate. So, with our square proverb in mind, let's go ahead and stretch. So, let's take our arms and stretch as far as the east. Oh, is from the west. Oh, rock back and forth a little bit. Really feel your spine stretching back and forth. Now reach towards the heaven. Reach to your Father above. Oh, maybe circle those hands a little bit. Yeah, there we go. Feel that stretch. Now go ahead and stretch down. Oh, hello, hello. Melanie loves Christmas 24. And hi, Bread Bro 55. So go ahead. Oh, stretch out the neck a little bit. Reach towards the grassroots of the ground. Good. Now let's put your arm across your body. Oh, twist the back a little bit. Yes, there we go. Twist the other way. Oh, that feels good. Let's go hand above your head. Grab that elbow. Oh, can you pat yourself on the back? There we go. Now pat yourself with the other hand on the back. We all deserve a pat on the back, don't we? There we go. Pat your back, pat your back, pat your back. Oh, that feels better. Now let's go. Good twist. Oh, there, I felt my back crack. Good twist. There it is. Okay. What are you doing right now? Oh, I'm stretching. That's what I'm doing right now. I'm trying to shake loose the sleep grogginess. Because I think we all have some sleep grogginess. For me, it is 6:16 in the morning. So I'm trying to wake up still. Okay, so let's roll ahead a little bit. Roll the neck. Get all that sleep grogginess out of our systems. Oh, hopefully we all had a good sleep, because a good sleep is the first step in a good day. And then the second step towards a good day is a good stretch. Okay, so now chin to the ground, chin to the ground. Go ahead and chin to the sky. Chin to the sky, just for a little bit, just a couple seconds. There we go. Whew. All right. Yes. Oh yeah. Hopefully you're stretching along with me. Okay. So next, we're going to put our prayer pose together. We're going to do the four corners. We're going to do square breathing. So we're going to do 1, 2, 3, 4. So we're going to do breathing in, 2, 3, 4, out, 2, 3, 4. And we'll just do a couple square breaths like that. Okay. So I really want you to roll your shoulders back, open up the lungs as big as you can, and just focus on a deep breath in and a full breath out. Okay. So praying hands together. We're going to do ready and in 2, 3, 4, out 2, 3, 4, in, out 2, 3. One more time. How about one more time? All right, that felt good. That felt good. So now that I see that we have some viewers, so we've had some people had a chance to wake up and see that my stream is live. Currently, I see 14. That is lovely. Happy to see all of you here this morning. Glad you could join me. I feel bad that you're up similarly as early as me. You look a bit. I don't know what that means. Jewy. Can you do you have like a synonym as to what that means? And while you're working on that, I'm gonna reread. So in the Church of the Codex Facebook page, the daily. I look Jewish. To my knowledge, I'm not Jewish. It might be the glasses. Typically, I don't wear my glasses, but I'm trying to be better about not sleeping in my contact lenses because apparently that can be bad for me. So I don't know. Do I look less Jewish without the glasses? Do I look more Jewish with the glasses? I don't know. Oh my God. Why is that? I mean, Jesus was Jewish, so what's so terrible about being Jewy, as you call it, Big Bagel 1055. Browns are better. Hey, to each their own. Steelers at least made the playoffs, but Garrett Wilson got the record. So there's highlights to each team this season. Um, Honestly, I think we're going to be one and done in the playoffs, but that's a quip for another day. So Proverbs 8 verses 11 through 14. For wisdom is better than jewels, better than the Jews perhaps, but I digress. And all that you may desire cannot compare with her. Her being the wisdom, with the knowledge of what it means to be wise. I, wisdom, dwell with prudence, and I find knowledge and discretion. The fear of the Lord is hatred of evil. Pride and arrogance and the way of evil and perverted speech I hate. I have counsel and sound wisdom. I have insight. I have strength. So those, I think, are strong words to reflect on this morning. And how we're going to reflect on that, what we're going to do is there's not enough time that us in the 21st century take a moment to to listen to our surroundings, and even worse than listening to not listen to our surroundings. When's the last time you took, say, not a full 2 minutes? Let's go with somewhere between 100 seconds and 120, but I want it to be prime. I'm assuming 113 is a prime number. So when is the last time you took 113 seconds, which would be a minute and 53 seconds? When's the last time you took 153 seconds to be silent and listen to your surroundings? But better yet, listen to your Father in heaven. So we're going to take 113 seconds, a minute and 53 seconds, and we're just going to be silent together. If you want to search back in, to give it about 2 minutes and go ahead and sign back into my live stream here. But hopefully, any of you that wish to stay with me here, let's just have about 2 minutes of silence so that you can listen for the whispers of what the Lord is attempting to say to you today. So while we're focused on this 2 minutes of silence, let's go ahead and focus on our breathing. Meditation, a crucial element of meditation is silence and stillness. We can reflect on Psalms, I believe it's 46:10, to be still and know that He is God, that He is the good Lord above, that He is the shepherd that will find us and take care of us. So for this next couple, seconds, for this next minute that we are going to be silent and reflecting and meditating on our surroundings, let's really reflect on Psalms 46:10, to be still, to be silent, and know that He is the Lord above, that He sustains you, that He will take care of you, that He has a promise to protect you and guide you, to give you a future, as Jeremiah writes in 29:11. For I know the plans that I, the Lord, have for you, plans to prosper you. Let's breathe again. We're almost there, folks. We're more than 75% of the way there. The circle of silence is almost over. Just last a little bit longer with me, can you please? Listen to your surroundings. What do you hear? Do you hear maybe a furnace running? Do you hear cars going outside? Is there maybe dogs barking in the background? Okay, thank you so much. And during our silence, I noticed that somebody was blowing up the chat, glazed Kami. So, Kami, let me attempt to answer some of your questions, but please keep in mind that I am an imperfect human being. So, did Adam and Eve have belly buttons? No, I would say they did not, but I'm an imperfect human. Where did Cain's wife come from? That was incest. Adam and Eve had many children beyond Cain and Abel. If God was real, which I do believe He is, why do children get riddled with cancer every day? Children don't get riddled with cancer every day. It's a vast minority of children who get cancer. And why do they get cancer? Well, because they are from families that God knows that their family can handle those hardships, and the majority of families cannot handle that. So the minority of them, God allows the adversary to plague them, just as you can look in the story of Job. I hope that I've answered your demands. That's just not true, and that is for you to. And like I said, I'm not attempting to give truth. I'm attempting to give an answer, and I'm an imperfect human. And you, glazed Kami, seem to be professing a doctrine of communism, which I can only imagine puts you in line with, if God loved everyone, why did He murder everyone on earth besides some bozo with a big boat? So, murder by definition is unrighteous killing. At least that's, to my understanding, a biblical definition of murder. In fact, let's go ahead and look at Micah 6 verse 8. I think actually, thank you for picking some of these questions. So Micah 6 verse 8, He has told you, O man, what is good. And what does the Lord require of you? Well, the Lord requires that you do justice, to love kindness, and to walk humbly with your God. And if I had to guess here, glazed Kami, which I can only imagine is sort of like a glazed donut. So I'm not sticking around for this propaganda. That's fair. I'm not. I appreciate your comments. Believe me, Mr. Troll, you have done more for my comment section than I can ever be grateful for. So thank you, and I humbly ask that you stick around and continue to blow up my chat, because weirdly enough, the Alga God loves when you give comments. So paradoxically, you have done more to help me than hurt me. Isn't it lovely? Because maybe you didn't understand the rules of the game. And that's fair. Few of us take the time to read the rules of life that we have been given in many translations. And if you don't want to stick around, I'm not going to force you. I literally cannot force you to stick around. However, there may be some individuals like Tarthod 4951 that maybe he or she, maybe they do wish to stick around to learn about Micah 6:8, where the Lord has told us, oh man, oh human beings, what is good? What possibly good can come of this shitstorm that we call life? Well, it turns out that if we focus instead on the evil, if we focus on what is good, on what the Lord tells us in his word, what is good, what does the Lord require of you and me today? Well, it turns out that he requires that we seek justice, that we love kindness, and that we walk humbly with God. But I ask of you, how do we paradoxically love? How do we do justice, and how do we love kindness? Because it is not the paradox of life that justice and kindness are polar opposites, as if holding a steel ball that has just come out of liquid nitrogen and another that has come out of boiling water. And how can you grip the steel balls of life, of kindness and justice? And yet somehow I believe in a Lord above that loves us enough to grip life by the steel balls of hot and cold and say, I love you. I want you. And my son has just woken up and he is crying. So I have to go tend to my son because he means the world to me. So please, if you could do some little homework, our hymn today was going to be hymn 571 out of this hymnal. Christ, you call us all to service. So please, go look it up yourself. I have a very important matter to tend to. May the Lord add blessing to those with ears to hear. Have a wonderful day, everybody. Thanks, Butters. Appreciate you. Peace.